Widowhood, can you hear me? Ah, how are you? You know I'm not going to shout like that. All right. This is Go Back TV, and you're welcome to. Please hold on. I'm so sorry. All right. Beautiful afternoon to you. Of course, this time is 19 minutes past the hour of 3, and I want to seriously apologize for the lateness. I mean, we didn't start as at when due because of one or two things, trying to fix one or two so we can serve you better. My name is Maki, Makky, and today I am live at Gopa TV where we normally talk about beautiful things about the. So, yes, we're talking about smiling through widowhood, and we have a beautiful, amazing topic. Okay, a topic that talks about purpose, knowing your purpose, your journey as a widow, and I am not alone in the studio. Like I said, I have my beautiful guest all with me. So we're going to go through this journey together. So you join me as I introduce the beautiful ladies in the studio. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so I'm gonna take it one person at a time. So let me start
Okay.
with you.
Okay.
All right. So tell us your name.
My name is Shidera Jennifer.
Okay, Chidira, Jennifer. Nice having you on the show today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And of course, I have another beautiful lady this way. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's your name, please?
My name is Igwe Chigozirim Victoria.
Okay. The thing is, you all the both of you just introduce yourself without telling me where you are from. I mean, there must be somewhere. So this is Healing Heart. Okay, so where
Yes.
are you
Okay. I'm from Anambra State.
from? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And you?
I'm from Abia State.
All right, nice. Nice having the both of you on the show. So let's go straight into what we have today. This is Smiling Through Widowhood, and of course, finding hope and purpose in widowhood journey. This program is proudly sponsored by Healing Hearts and, of course, Gopar TV. Now, let's go straight to the point. Before I do that, I would like to do a shout out to uh, the very brain behind Healing Hearts, which is our own Mama Goz. I know you are live, and so sorry, like I said, we're starting now. A special shout out to you, Mama, and of course, Happy New Year to all our viewers and listeners right now. And if you look, we're going to bring out numbers that you're going to call. There are a lot of there's a number to call in case you want to be a part of the show. You want to be a part of the discussion. You can just dial the number and we'll pick the call, or you can just send us a text message. We'll reply to you later. Word. Now let's go straight to finding hope and purpose in the journey of widowhood.
Okay.
So now coming to you, Chine, what do you think is that finding hope? How do you think one should find hope? In fact, what is even hope and purpose before we go into being a widow?
Okay. When it comes to widowhood, finding hope and purpose is like restoring their hope, their self worth, reminding them of who they are, Yes.
Okay, so yes, I'm coming to you, ma'am. So we're still talking about finding hope and purpose. So, in your own understanding, what do you think that is?
Well, I think it's basically having something to live for, something that you look for. Okay, this is propelling me out of my bed every day. This is the reason why I just want to wake up, see people. Because when someone goes through grief, or maybe you are depressed at a particular point in time, you don't really want to see anybody. You don't even want to take calls and all of that. You are in a state of despair. So that thing that will make you want to leave that hole, that sinking abyss, sort of.
That is purpose. Okay, thank you so much. You already heard what she said. I've also come to realize that I've not been in that. Where people will tell you until you wear the shoe, you know from where
Yeah.
it reaches. So I've not really been there, but I know I've seen and I know quite a number of persons who are grieving or who grieved in the past. I always use this lady as an example. A lady I know very well got married in April and the husband died in June. So it was heartbreaking. It was something I didn't wish even my enemy, but then how she was able to navigate and all that, even in that state, at the end of everything, she just graduated. She was still in her final year when this whole thing happened. She was pregnant. A lot of things were happening. But you know what? She graduated. She gave her child. The other day, the child was 1 year and all of that. And I called her, I said, "You are strong
Yeah.
indeed." I'm not talking about healthy and strong at 21, Yeah, but I'm talking about being strong and genuinely strong. So, yes, let's rush into the topic because we really do not have a lot of time. So, what should every woman, every widow know about her worth and future coming to you?
Okay. Most time as women, most time as women, we build our whole life around the man. So when we lose them, it plays some part of us. We don't only lose the person, our husband. We lose a part of ourselves. So for women like this, for me, I would say that they should remember who they are. They should try to. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to go through those pain, but you need to remind yourself of your purpose. Yes.
Okay, I like that thing you said, and this is going to bring me to another question to you before I leave you, and that is, you talked about when we lose someone, especially a partner, a part of you goes with that person because you guys are now becoming one. I mean, you guys are already one. So when this person is living, he's living with a part of another. Okay, now talk of women who doesn't do things themselves, not because they don't want to, but because maybe their husbands,
Depend on
yeah, do you understand? Their husband said, totally depend on me, like I'm going to provide for you and everything. If something happened, do you think it's easy for that person to
it's
find
never
themselves?
easy. It's not easy.
So what would you tell that person? How would the person navigate starting all over again, starting the business, starting to pack whatever it is, the remaining pieces, including children?
They have to accept that what happened to them happened, so that they can be able to move past it. And another way is God. There is this quiet strength that comes with talking to God about your pain. It can restore every single thing, and that is where foundations like us steps in to remind them of their worth, that they have a purpose. There is more to life.
Okay, okay. I would say I really enjoy that. I'm gonna come back to you, but first, let me go to my lady here. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a question, and that question is: why do some widows feel they have lost their identity?
Okay. I think that when someone gets married, they sort of switched identities.
Okay.
They moved from being a Miss to Mrs.
Submissive.
Yes.
So
Okay.
um, there are necessary adjustments to make, because in your mind, okay, I've moved from this person to this person. There are certain ways that you behave. Then when it comes to losing a spouse, it also means that there's also a shift. That person is not just single, okay, without children. Some people may not have children actually, but the person is single now with children. It means there are things that are dragging, there are people dragging your attention. So you are single yet with people. So that is also another identity. And to be honest, in fact, it's hard.
Very.
It's hard because this is a phase where they've never been in before. They may have seen stories, they may have heard stories, they may have seen people, but there's a difference with seeing someone else experience something and then being that person. So when the person shifts from one phase to another, they don't even know how to grapple with it. So that is why they lose their identity. They don't even know. They don't even know how to start. Like, where do I go from here? This thing is just unbelievable. It's unbelievable, but it happened.
It happened, and we need to move on.
And we need to move on, yeah.
I often heard, I've heard a lot of persons say things like, people grieve differently. And you don't tell a grown-up person. You don't teach them how to grieve. They grieve the way it comes. You understand? Okay, so I'm going to go to my second question that says, how can a widow rediscover who she is after losing her spouse? Now, we talked about losing identity. Okay, this person just lost identity. Now, how would this person rediscover their selves, their purpose, their hope after losing a partner?
Okay, there is the God factor. I know that people will, it might sound like a cliche, but the God factor is just the main thing. That's number one. That's the first step in the right direction. So you can't do things without God. At Healing Hearts, we have House of Refuge. That's our worship center. So we basically take our time to be empowered spiritually. You cannot do the physical, because people will tell you, okay, I'm a strong person. There are things that hit you. If grief if it hits you, like, you might be walking on the road and then, okay, of course, for young ladies, people that may have experienced heartbreak, it's possible that you are going on the road and you are not conscious of it. Then imagine losing a spouse. So tell me how you can actually navigate through it without God. So that is why we are not just empowering women like physically and financially and all of that. No, we are also catering to their spiritual needs. Spiritual needs. So that is why we have House of Refuge. House of Refuge, where we run a worship center so that you start with God. Then after that, you can go for coaching sessions. My madam runs a grief coaching section. So that's the Wevolution. You can register and then she will coach you on where to go from there. There are people that have gone through it. She's a widow too. She's gone through this phase. She knows what it's like at the beginning process. There are people that can actually help you navigate through this process. So first of all, God, and then community. It's sisterhood. You don't do life on your own. You have to find people with similar ideologies, people that can help you go through that pain, walking you through it one step at a time. And then another thing, grieve one day at a time, because people try to do everything at the same time. No, it doesn't work like that. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with just one step. So do one step, one day at a time. Yes, you will grieve. There are days where words are not enough. they're not enough. So take it at that time. If it's to cry, cry, by all means cry. But once you've cried all you want to do, pick up yourself, pick up the pieces of your life and be better.
Okay, thank you so much. So now I'm going to go back to I'm going to come back to you, and now I'm going to ask you for an advice. The question I have for you here is, what advice would you give a widow who feels hopeless right now? I mean, we're not talking about somebody who has been. I mean, I'm talking about maybe someone that just lost the husband. You know, when she was talking, she said a lot of things. She mentioned God factor. She also mentioned the sisterhood, and then also mentioned community, being at the right place and at the right time, and of course grieving. You can bottle up this whole thing. You know, I see people, they will just be telling you, this person is strong, very, very strong. But no matter how strong you are, there is always a time you will break down in one way or the other. You just break down because things will start overwhelming you. Things like what two persons usually do, you are doing it all alone. Now you pay the whole school fees. Now you do the laundry. Maybe before now, hubby will come back and assist you in the kitchen. The both of you do something. But now it's no longer like that. So after the whole struggles and stress of the day, you come home and you meet yourself in the kitchen.
Yes.
You're making food for the people and all of that. So yes. Now the question is, what advice would you give to somebody who feels hopeless right now? Because there is somebody somewhere who is very, very hopeless. In fact, this person has even entered depression. I saw a video of a lady who wanted to take her own life.
Yes.
You saw, I don't know if you've seen the video on social media. I saw a video of a lady that wanted to take her life. She wrote and said, please, people should help me and take care of my children. I am tired. I can't do this all alone. So to this one person who is hopeless at this point in time, who doesn't know what to do, what would be your advice? Kita.
Okay. So to start with, I need to remind them that before they were anything else, they were first themselves.
That's the point.
Yes, before they were anything else, they were first themselves. And another thing that I would need to say is the God factor. There is this thing, this strength that comes with holding on to God, trusting Him to handle everything, to lead you through the pain.
Exactly.
Yes, and I'll also say that sisterhood is important. Like foundations like us, they are important. They need to be open with their feelings. They need to be open with what they are going through. They need to speak out so that people can help. They need to be able to express their fear, what they are going through. Because the only way that they can be helped is for them to accept and be open with what they are going through.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So your name is Chineye, right? Chidera. Yes. So yes, Chidera is telling you right now to know that God factor. And there's one striking thing about what she said. She said before this time, you were you.
Yes.
I mean, just know that you were here before this whole thing started. So if your partner is not there anymore, you also need to find you and don't give up on yourself.
Yes.
Especially when you have kids. You know, at this point, you're now living for your children.
Yes.
So you can't leave them no matter how tiring it gets to, no matter how stressful, no matter how you, as much as you want to give up for the fact that you have people who are around you and all of that. And that is where Healing Hearts comes in. Okay, if you're hopeless at this point, if you're asking yourself, how do I go with how things and all the things going on in my life? What you need to do is to find yourself to Healing Heart. They have House of Refuge. They have coaching, widows coaching, foundation where you'll be called, where they will tell you. If you get there, you see a lot of amazing, I used to, special shout out to Mrs. Uju. Yeah, she's not here, but we usually, in fact, she's my co-anchor at this point. We usually do this. Mrs. Uju, if you're listening, special shout out to you. I see you. Okay, we usually do this often and on. And Mrs. Ju is a widow. The other day I saw her daughter. I think she graduated from school or something, or her birthday. I screamed. I was like,
Yes.
"What?" So when you see some of them, if they tell you that they are widows, you will not agree.
Believe
Why?
Yes.
Because not because they did not grieve, but for the fact that they found a community. One,
Yes.
two, knowing somebody who has gone through this that
Yes.
can put you through, and then the third one is rediscovering.
Themselves.
Exactly, rediscovering and knowing your worth and purpose in life. That
Yes.
man, I need to push on. I can't just go back like that. Okay, so yes, thank you very much for that beautiful one. So I
Thank
would
you.
like you to, before I ask my last question, you're going to talk to us about healing heart. What we have been doing is picking. We've been touching it. We have not done the main.
Yeah.
I go. So right now,
Yeah.
Tom K gonna do some ports. Go and dish out what healing heart is, because a lot of persons are watching. While we're doing that, I'll also go through Facebook and see if we'll have people who are dropping things, and then we'll continue from there. So please, over
Okay.
to you.
Okay. Healing Hearts. I would not just want to say that we are an organization. We're a family. I think I think that's the first thing about us. We are a family. Healing Hearts Widow Support Foundation. It's a foundation that was founded with the desire to help widows, to help empower them financially, spiritually, emotionally, to be the best version of themselves. Legally too, because a lot of women, they pass through things once they lose their hobbies,
Exactly.
family, their in-laws. They just want to, in fact, pack everything and go, leaving the woman and her children with next to nothing. And even if even if someone is ignorant of some traditions, we are here to actually help you, um tell you, okay, this is how to navigate through in-law problems, inheritance problems. So that is what Healing Hearts is. That's just a tip of the iceberg, because if I start going into it, it's really
A whole
really,
lot.
it's a lot. And then we have House of Refuge.
Okay.
House of Refuge.
Yes.
It's literally a refuge. Like, I remember we had our worship service last week. We usually do it every last Mondays.
Okay.
So people keep on asking me, what's that thing you were doing? In fact, I want, because the atmosphere was just giving,
Exactly.
it was giving what it should give. Like, this is refreshing, this is just soul lifting. They kept on asking us, okay, can we just join, like, should we just be part of this? So that is one of the things we do. And then we have the Revolution coaching. Is a coaching session. You can book sessions. This one is not free, I beg. It's not free, please. You can actually book sessions. In life, you must move from one level to another. In fact, you must keep on improving yourself if you want to be the best version of yourself. So these sessions are tailored to your needs. The person in charge, Barrister Gozio Demezo, has all the resources for you. Once you come, she coaches you, and then it helps you in your grieving journey. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Right, you just heard it from the horse's mouth, even though she's not a horse. Okay, so yes. Now let's talk about the ending part, which is how can prayer or spiritual support bring comfort? Why we're talking, I wanted to say something like we're talking about people who know God. There are widows who doesn't, and at this point they don't even know where to go to.
Okay.
Maybe because they were not very close to God. There are some widows, it was circumstance that brought them close to
Close
God.
God, yeah.
This circumstance, I mean, losing your husband at the point of nowhere, and then there is no place to go to. The only place to go to is to God. So yes, this question now say, how can prayer or spiritual support bring comfort? Because some person go tell you, I don't pray, tire, nothing they happen, and I also don't try support, nothing is happening. So how can prayer or spiritual support be a major tool here? How can it bring comfort? To you.
Okay. Hmm. Well, I don't know how some people will say that prayer doesn't really work.
Okay.
But if you are saying this and then you're saying that your prayer does not work, here's the answer to your prayer. We're here. Yeah, we're here. And the fact
Okay.
that you are stumbling upon this video, it is for you. God hears and answers prayer. So he has answered your prayer by sending Healing Hearts Widow Support Foundation to you. Prayer cannot be overemphasized, even in your small corner. One good thing that I've learned about prayer is that it's not in your shouting. You mustn't shout to be heard. God is a father. So you just have to calmly talk to him. Okay, this is actually what I need. My madam was actually posting something on. She posted on Facebook where when she lost her husband, she didn't want. She prayed a prayer that something about not being in a state where you just have to be given
Okay.
before you eat.
Before you eat, you need to stand up.
You have
Okay.
to, yeah. So she didn't want to be that dependent on people. And looking back through the years, she's not begging anybody for anything to eat. And that was a prayer. She said, be careful what you ask God for, even in that your early stage of grieving. And God listened and heard her prayer. You may feel that, okay, maybe at this particular point in time that nobody is hearing you, God hears you, he has sent us to you. Reach out to us, reach out to Healing Hearts Widow Support Foundation. We are on Facebook. You can look at Facebook. You can follow our Madam Chigozie Udemezwe. You are going to see a lot of, you will see people that, oh, they've been widows for years, and then when you look at them, you see how
You see how,
glam.
of course, how they are glowing.
And my mother would be like, no, no, I don't. We are not. We are widowed, but not withered. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
when you see her, you know that this woman is on me. Like, she's not in that category of
Exactly.
very thing. So God hears and answers prayer. He has sent us to you, and then this is the answer to your prayer. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I must say I've heard this is one of our very short, interesting. President. Sorry, I'm going to bring it here. And our president always tell us. When he came in, he said, "I'm going to keep you all on your feet."
Yeah.
So, and since that time, one of us have been running on our feet. Okay, so yes, this is part of that show where we keep you on your feet. I mean, you need to run with us, because if not, if you snooze at any point, you lose.
Yeah.
So yes, it's been very interesting program with the beautiful ladies I have in the studio with me this very afternoon. And I don't want you to forget that this is still Healing Heart Foundation, talking about the journey, smiling through widowhood. I know some persons will be like, smiling through widowhood, I don't understand, I'm grieving and you want me to smile. This is just what the foundation does for you. It helps you smile again. By the time you get into that foundation and see that a year old, and then we have people who are 20 years in the journey, you just pinch yourself and tell yourself, you guys will be this thing, because if you continue like this, you're going to break down. It's not even easy, just like you said, it's not even easy for a boyfriend and a girlfriend, or even a spouse, or even let me just say, people who are in relationship, they just broke up. Somebody will just tell you, we're not doing again. If you're walking on the road, it will look as if your sense is no day again, let alone somebody you have lived with over the years. And then within a short time, you just stand up one morning and they'll just tell you that this person is not here. No sorry, no excuse, nothing. Some persons were accidents, some persons slept and didn't wake up, some persons were sick at some point, and all of this. But then in all these things, there is need for you to smile through all this. You need to know that before all these things came, you were you. If you prioritize you at this point, if you bring God, prioritize your happiness, your peace, your purpose, I can tell you for free that navigating it is what you can do. So yes, it's been very intriguing, very interesting, very awesome moment with you people. So before I leave you, I will have to get your last word, which is an advice to people who are following us.
Okay. Just like my colleague said earlier, that before once someone loses their spouse, you are first of all a human being. You're a human being, and for women or women, because men
Of
also
course.
become widowed.
Of course.
Um, I think you should look at your children, your parents, or anybody that you just have to look for forward to seeing every day, and then maybe your colleagues at work. Just anchor your hope on them, because you'll be doing people a disservice by giving up.
Exactly.
If you give up,
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
of course, Chidera, yes. What is
Thank
your
you.
last word to us and our
Okay.
viewers?
I don't know what you are going through out there. I don't know who you are, but I need you to know that this pain, it doesn't last forever. You need to be able to hold on to yourself. You need to be able to fight. You need to be able to be yourself and make it throughout it. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, Chidera, and thank you,
Thank you.
Chigozerim. Right, okay. And yes, it's been quite an amazing time in on the show. We talked about a whole lot of things, finding hope and purpose in the widowhood journey, and of course, sponsored by Healing Heart. My name is Maki, Makky. It's been a pleasure working with you people. It's been a pleasure doing this business with us.
thank you.
And
Thank you.
yes, I'm going to leave you for now. But before I leave you, please, if you haven't followed us on all our social media platform, then you are not doing yourself any good. So GoPad TV on YouTube is GoPad TV underscore GoPad underscore TV. That's on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook, and every other social media platform. That's where we're going to get us. And this program, Healing Heart, our program, Smiling Through Widowhood, comes to you once every month. So stay tuned and stay connected, because we'll see you again. My name is Maki, Makky. I'll see you again next time. But for here,